Hello again, my friends, and welcome to MyECO. This lesson is about expressing quantity with all of, none of, some of, etc. Let's start the lesson. In English, to express quantity, we can use all of, or some of, a little of, one of, and none of. Let's take a look. Here we use all of the with an uncountable noun. An uncountable noun is something we cannot count. For example, all of the food, all of the homework, all of the milk, all of the money, almost all of the water. And here we can use almost, which is not 100%, maybe it's 90%. Here we can use all of the with a countable noun, all of the students, all of the cars, all of the houses, all of the books. And finally, almost, which again is 90%, almost all of the people. And most of is maybe 90% or 80%. Anything over 50%. Most of the food. Most of the homework. And these are uncountable. We cannot count food. We can't say one food, two food, three food. It's just the food. And most of the milk. And again, we cannot count milk, so it is uncountable. Most of the money. Most of the water. Here we use most of the with the countable noun, most of the students, most of the cars, most of the houses. These we can count. We can say one student, two students, three students, and one car, two cars, and so on. Most of the books, most of the people. And some of is perhaps up to 50%, some of the food, some of the homework. We cannot count food, some of the milk, some of the money, and some of the water. Here we use some of the with countable nouns. Some of the students, some of the cars, some of the houses, some of the books, some of the people. And finally, we use one is just one. One of the. And then we have to use a countable noun. We cannot say one of the milk. That's not possible. Or one of the water. But we can use it with a countable noun, such as one of the students, one of the cars, one of the houses, one of the books, one of the people. None of we can use with countable or uncountable nouns, and it means zero. None of the students, none of the cars, none of the houses, none of the music, none of the fruit. Students are countable, cars are countable, and houses are countable. Music is uncountable, and fruit is uncountable. Let's take a look at the virtual screen. Here are some more examples. All of. We use all of with countable nouns or uncountable nouns. For example, all of the students are in the classroom now. Or with an uncountable noun, all of the milk is spoiled. And spoiled means it's gone bad. Ugh. Almost all of we can use with uncountable nouns and countable nouns. Almost all of the chairs are new. That's maybe 80–90%. Almost all of the money is in the bank. Again, 80–90%. Most of the schools are old. And most of the water is poisonous. Poisonous means it can kill you. Most of is more than 50%. And some of we can also use with uncountable nouns and countable nouns. Some of the books are on the desk. Some of the money is in the bag. Some of it is up to 50%. One of is of course one. But we cannot use it with an uncountable noun. For example, one of the milk, one of the water. One of the students is absent. And then finally, none of is 0%. We can use it with countable nouns or uncountable nouns. None of the cars is new. None of the fruit is fresh. And fruit is actually uncountable. Thank you so much for watching one of our lessons. I think you should do the exercises now, and I will see you next time.